and gentlemen, you're welcome to my day 4 of 100 days bakery secret tips. And today we are going to discuss mixing and gluten formation. This is very, very important. And so today, as we discuss mixing, the center focus is on gluten formation. Now, that is why I prepared this great tree, mixing tree. And for your mixing to be effective and good, it must have these components. Let's go one by one. So let's start from the left to the right. Okay, now the first is authorize your dough. Let me make it as simple as possible. The best way to mix is start with your flour and water. Okay, mix the flour and water with other ingredients, excluding your milk if you use milk, excluding your flavor, your yeast, and your milk if you use milk. Okay, just exclude those things. And then for your butter or margarine, share it into 2 halves, and then use the first one at the beginning, and then we use the second one for priming. So we'll come to this. Okay, halfway to the mixing, you can now mix your water. Let's say after 10 minutes, mix a little water with your yeast, whether it's instant dry yeast, you mix it with water, still mix it with water so that it will dissolve easily. Okay, and then you turn it into the mixer. Okay, after that, when you have added everything, including the quantity of water desired or required, you observe that smoothness is developing. At that point, you now add your flavor and your milk. This will increase the flavor and the taste of your bread, because you are no longer adding water that will dilute the flavor. So it will just go around concentrated like that, well mixed and incorporated with the dough, and then it will give you the authentic flavor filled bread that you desire. Let's look at the next one. Is perform window pan test. Let me break it down also. I'll make sure I use the simplest terms that you will understand despite these languages here. Okay, now performing this test means at a point, let's say you have mixed for 15 minutes and you observe that the dough is getting smoother. The one thing you should do is to pause the mixing, stop the mixer, and then open it, take a portion and stretch it. If it forms a very elastic light membrane, if the stretchiness is there, then gluten has been properly developed. But if it cuts anyhow, it tells you that the gluten is not properly developed. In other words, you should continue mixing. So that test will give you the guide, the clue, the understanding that gluten is properly developed, and then you can, it's ready for you to stop mixing. Let's look at the next one. Keep dough cool. If you are using normal room temperature water to mix, that is okay, very, very okay. Now, one thing you should do is to observe the temperature of your dough. It should not be above 26 degrees. The temperature of your dough should not be 26 degrees. And so there is need for you see the importance of performing this test. In performing this test, you will feel the warmness of the dough, whether is it hot or it's just warm within the range of this temperature. Okay, this will make your dough not to overrise during mixing, because if your dough start rising while you are mixing, it's not a good thing. So you must learn to maintain this temperature. That is why if you are in those areas where the weather is very hot, you have to use cold water or ice block in order to make your dough relax and aid gluten formation. Okay, let's look at the next. I'm trying to make sure that this video is short. I don't want a very long video. Avoid over mixing. Avoid over mixing. I want to repeat it for the last time. Avoid over mixing. Avoid over mixing. Very, 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 very important. If you over mix, it will weaken the structure of your dough. It will also weaken the strength of your yeast, and that will make your dough, there is possibility that it will collapse after rising. Also, there is possibility that it will take a long time, because the yeast is weak. It will take a longer time for the dough to rise. So avoid over mixing. Okay, that is very important. So how will you know when to stop mixing? We are getting there. Another thing is mix on low speed. Now if you are using the mixer here, this type of mixer, there are two gears. One is slow speed, the other one is high speed. So when you start mixing, initially when you just add your water and your flour, you have to start at low speed or slow speed. And then after the water has been absorbed and dough is formed, don't use slow speed because it will break down your mixer. So at that point you switch to high speed. Do you get it? Now, if you are using this other mixer that has three gears, please use gear one and gear two. That will do well. Okay, don't use gear three. Now, this is very, very important. Okay, now finally, always prime. When you have done your mixing, at a point you do this, you perform this window pane test, and then you observe that the dough is not stretchy, yet you have mixed like 15 to 20 minutes, okay, and the dough is not as stretchy as you want, as elastic as you want. You do priming. What do I mean by priming? You take a portion, they have portion, remember initially they have portion of the butter that remain, and that is where you add it. It will speed up the rate of gluten formation and smoothness. And so when you add that portion, take just some few teaspoon of oil, vegetable oil, good one, and then sprinkle on it. Mix for the next 5 minutes, and you will observe that it will be smooth, it will be fluffy, it will be very, very elastic. And then you will hear this, very important. You must wait for this. You must wait for this popping sound. Okay. Now, when it is elastic, very fluffy and pliable, very nice, smooth, it will definitely have this popping sound, especially if you're mixing from 10 kg, 15 kg, 20 kg and above. It will give you that popping sound. That popping sound is a confirmation that gluten is formed, thereby, and because of the presence of the gluten, air is trapped, and when the air is trapped, it pops out, and that is a good sign that the dough is elastic. And when you bake that type of bread, you will have good result. Thank you for watching. Please, if you want us to come to your bakery to train your staffs, contact us. We can also train you can also train online or in our bakery. We also have ebook that you can buy. Click the link at the description box or at the comment section to buy our ebook. We can also write a business plan for you. Contact us for a business and we will do justice. We are faithful. We deliver the right quality. I tell you, we formulate recipe. Contact us for recipe formulation. See you in our next video. Don't miss this 100 days journey. Your bakery business will never be the same.